understand this. In them, for the Son. I don't understand this. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the Son. Hey Google, what is a tabernacle? I always forget what this word means.
According to Wikipedia, according to the Hebrew Bible, the tabernacle, also known as the tent of the congregation, was the portable earthly dwelling of God used by the Israelites from the Exodus until the conquest of Canaan.
Is a dwelling. It's a house. 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 Jesus. So rule number one of reading anything, and especially when you read scripts or things like this, that you need to decipher, you need to get, because that's how you read a script. You have to decipher what the words mean. So you can create actions based on the words. It's not easy. High-level acting is a very high-level skill. That's why it's only for rich people. The acting that you see is not for rich people, like TV and stuff. Actors are made on stage, reading scripts like this. Anyway, you have to extract value from every word, and you cannot read anything. You cannot say any word, and you cannot be talking about anything if you don't know what every single word means. That's rule number one of script reading and script work. You can't, as an actor, you can't say words that you do not understand. Unless you're a phony, unless your character is a phony, then you do it on purpose. But even then, on purpose, the actor needs to know what the word means in order to understand why the character doesn't know what the word means. So they can be accurate with the meaning and how they say it and when they say it and whatever. So don't say any, you have to know every single word. The same way that if you're a businessman and you deal with, numbers, you have to know every single number that goes on your fucking budget, on your fucking finance sheet. If there's a number you don't understand, you need to stop everything that you're doing until you understand that number. Same thing for physics. If you're dealing with a problem in physics, if you're dealing with a problem with childhood, you're raising your children, if you're dealing with a problem in your business, you're selling like coffee, if something is not working, you need to stop everything else. Not stop everything else you're doing, like the machine is going to go on, but like you need to pay attention and you need to fix that. You need to know what it is. You need to know what the problem is. And no leak is too small. So no leak is too small to fucking take the ship out of commission, okay? To like get everybody on the fucking ground. You need to really pay attention, like any detail matters. Again, law of accumulation. Everything you say and everything you pay attention to accumulates. This is kind of crazy. But tabernacle means house, and so it's very important that whatever you're reading, don't try to be like, oh, I kind of know what this word means. You don't. So use the dictionary. I use my Google a lot because it tells me what it is. But so their line has gone out through all the earth. Boom, whatever you start, and the line that came before you, even before you were here, boom, is going to continue. And that's what I read in Newton yesterday. And it will, and their words to the end of the world. And because the process of acceleration is like that, it's like everything you do will echo in eternity. In them, in the words, in the words, in them, in the words. Their line has gone out throughout their line, the line of the speech, okay, because the verse before is, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Whatever you say, there is no speech or language that it is not heard. Their line, the line of the speech and the language, is gone out throughout all the earth. The line that the words and your deeds, but in this specific case, your words and speech, their line has gone out throughout all the earth, like boom, it goes on forever, and their words to the end of the world. Okay, so in their words, meaning it's not the words you uttered, it's the words that your words uttered. So your words are propagating in that sense. It's everything that came after your words, because the words itself have life. and they gain life. It's like a big telephone game in which you say one thing and the other person propagates it and has a different meaning to it. Words, and they're words to the end of the world, meaning what you do echoes in eternity. What you say echoes in eternity, outside and inside. We're going to read the whole thing in a second together, okay? In them, in the words, he set a tabernacle for the sun. In your words, he said a tabernacle is a house, is a dwelling. In them hath he set a house for the sun. So sun in the Bible, especially in English, has a few, meanings. The Son of God, which is Jesus if you follow Jesus, but it actually means the sun as in the center of all activity, the center of all power, okay? Just like the sun in our galaxy is the center of activity for us, right? We need that to live, and we're going in the direction of the sun, all of us, right? Boom, 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 we're all gyrating in the direction of the sun. Sun, the proverbial usage of the word sun as in the Son of God, sun as in ourselves, because we're children of God, as in Jesus, but a sun, we need an object of pure energy and pure force to gravitate and be attracted to. We need this. We need sons in our lives, whether they are spiritual, financial. We need mentors. We need people to look up to. It's not about worshiping or idolizing, but it's having forces of gravity. A dream is a sun, right? The dream is the sun. For you, your dream should be the thing that keeps you moving forward. And it's in your words that God made a house for your son. This is fucking bizarre. This talks about the importance of internal scripting and scripting in general, because I'm going to read it again until number 5. The heavens declare the glory of God. The heavens, the outside, declares the glory of God. And the firmament, the nighttime, shows his handiwork. The internal part of you shows what an artist God is. Okay, I'm going to read it again. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows his handiwork. Day unto day uttered speech, and night unto night shows knowledge. The day is for expression, is for seeing, is to be awake and aware, is to say, is to go, is to do. And the night is to retreat, understand, seek true inner knowledge. So the day is for the outside activities, the night is for the internal activities. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. So whether you're in the awake time or the nighttime, your speech is going to be heard. And their line is gone out throughout all the earth. So the line of the word goes out through all the earth. And their words to the end of the world. They are propagated and augmented till the end of the world. We've learned this 1,000 times. The only command is growth and expansion. Growth is a line through. Expansion is propagation, is multiplication, is boom. You are going outwards, okay? And so words are going to travel all over the world. In them have he set a tabernacle, a house for the sun, for the dream, for the ideal image. And so you have the ideal image inside of you. You have a house in which you save the ideal self, your Jesus Christ, your Regina, your image of the ideal life, your mentors, the people that you can model yourself after, your son, the things that you want to go in direction of. The house of that dream is the words, the structure, the system that builds the house is the script. Just like in acting, the structure of a character, the structure is the text, is the script. Literally, text means texture, it means weaving, it's the fabric of the character. And then on top of that, you put, the affectations of the character. On top of that, you put, the vicissitudes of everybody, of everything. But you need to have a structure. You need a script. You need a basis. And words are the basis. So it's the thought, is the mind that creates the structure for the dream. So the dream comes from here, from the nighttime, from the inner space. And then the structure comes from here. And the body is just the builder. I wonder if in the future we will need a body since AI is replacing so much. You know what I mean? Like, maybe our bodies are just going to be for show. We'll see. Anyway, this is just like, I don't know if I can read verse 5.